This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, 4 Greymouth businesses are searching for new premises after fire ripped through the town's Indian restaurant and badly damaged a neighbouring office block. Highlanders co-captain Ben Smith is confident the All Blacks can put on a decent show against the French in his hometown this Saturday. And the Ministry of Civil Defence allocates $20,000 to Emergency Management Southland as part of a nationwide community project. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. 4 Greymouth businesses are today searching for new premises after fire ripped through the town's Indian restaurant and badly damaged a neighbouring block of offices yesterday. The Priya Indian restaurant was ravaged by the blaze, which is being treated as suspicious.
The blaze at the Priya restaurant on Greymouth's Tainui Street was attended by 65 firefighters and 8 appliances from as far afield as Hokitika and Blackpool. The majority of the restaurant was destroyed, although neighbouring commercial businesses managed to be saved. Police and fire safety officers are investigating, and the fire is being treated as suspicious.
Police and fire safety will be investigating that throughout the day. At this stage, like most fires, we treat it as suspicious until proved otherwise.
The building is a typical age of ones that have asbestos in them, and fire services will be treating it as such. The Priya restaurant is survived by a sister establishment in Hokitika. Greymouth for The South Today.
Meanwhile, in Dunedin, fire crews were called out to the Dunedin Energy Centre this morning after reports of a burning smell coming from one of the walls. 3 crews arrived at the commercial premises on Castle Street, which supplies steam and hot water to Dunedin Hospital and Otago University about 9 a.m. Firefighters were seen on the roof carrying a fire extinguisher. Highlanders co-captain Ben Smith is confident the All Blacks can put on a decent show against the French in his hometown this Saturday. The team has arrived in Dunedin ahead of the 3rd test at Forsyth Bar Stadium, and despite having the series wrapped up, they're determined to lift their performance.
A rousing welcome for the All Blacks as they touched down in Dunedin last night ahead of the 3rd test against the French. A healthy crowd greeted the team at Dunedin International Airport, much to the delight of the city's favourite son.
Yeah, obviously we got a good welcome last night, and I think, the good thing about Dunedin test week is that I just think, the city gets in behind it, so that's pretty exciting as a team to be in Dunedin and know that you've got that support. And I think also knowing that you're playing in a stadium that's got a roof come Saturday, that also helps. So yeah, I think the team's excited to be in Dunners.
Ben cannot speak highly enough of the yeah. He's been chomping at the bit since our first day at camp.
Yeah.
It was straight down to business for the players today though, debriefed in no uncertain terms after a stuttering 13-point win over a 14-man French side.
French brought a better attitude and probably a bit hungrier, so there's a bit of that mentioned in the debrief. And at the same time, we obviously managed to still get a win, and we're excited by the week ahead.
Also bound to be excited is Smith's Highlanders teammate Jackson Hemapor, brought into the side as injury cover.
A big thing with Jacko is his physicality, and I think he knows that he's he can match it with anyone in the country as far as that goes at Super Rugby level. So I think that's given him the confidence in his game to actually go out there and be dominant.
And that's something the whole team will be looking for as they look to finish the French off in style. In Dunedin, The South Today.
A Dunedin Airbnb host wants answers after police were called to a boozy teenage party on his property over the weekend. Jeremy Cross says he was left cleaning up glass, vomit and booze after about 100 young teenagers converged on his Kaikoura address on Saturday night. Cross says he had no idea the person who had booked his property about a month ago was only 14 years old. He called police after a neighbour alerted him to an out-of-control underage party on the premises. Airbnb guests are supposed to be at least 18 years old before they can create an account. A spokesman says they're investigating, but didn't say how the 14-year-old might have been able to book. Funding awarded to Emergency Management Southland will help to connect communities throughout the country for better preparedness in the case of civil defence emergencies. The Ministry of Civil Defence announced yesterday it would allocate $20,000 to the organisation to begin a nationwide community resilience project.
Emergency Management Southland are pushing for a countrywide approach to address civil defence emergencies. $20,000 has been allocated to the organisation by the Ministry of Civil Defence, which will help to form a nationwide community resilience project and better prepare communities for emergencies.
It's going to help build up a community of practice nationwide, so it's a great chance to learn what other areas are doing and what works in other areas and what works really well in our area, and we can share that information. It's really good to have everyone just thinking along the same sort of lines, and then there's nothing like when you're not sure how to do something of having someone you can call on and someone you can talk to if you're having a struggle or having an issue or celebrating a success.
The organisation has engaged with local communities over the past few months to form a plan in the event of an emergency, and now the Ministry is looking to connect the plans and ideas from each of the regions.
The Ministry is trying to promote joined up thinking, so best practice across the country, and also community engagement, community resilience, and actually trying to make people think the same around the country. The project that Delia is going to run now moving forward is actually trying to get a community of expertise around the whole of New Zealand, so maybe share some of the good ideas and experience we've had in Southland with the other groups around the country that are doing very similar work.
McKay said the funding was crucial to keep the projects on track and to keep the discussion open throughout New Zealand communities.
It makes a huge amount of difference. We're all working to a budget and we're all trying to do the best we can with the money we've got. And if we didn't get this extra funding, a lot of this work either wouldn't happen straight away or wouldn't happen at all.
Emergency Management Southland will now work towards organising national workshops and bringing together specialists to focus on community engagement. Sharon Rees, The South Today.
Still to come on The South Today, a Queenstown couple have been honoured by police for saving a jump master's life, and 2 former All Blacks take part in a cheesy promotion.
For all your news from the southern regions as it happens, go to our Facebook page. The South Today, connecting you with your community thanks to New Zealand On Air.
Oakley's Bathroom Solutions is locally owned and operated and is a name that has become synonymous with bathroom excellence. Exclusive to Oakley South Island, Danish design Vola, the modern day tap, remains a desirable choice. For over 140 years, the team at Oakley's has provided the highest quality bathroom products and plumbing supplies. For intelligent advice and smart service, come talk to the team or visit oakleysPlumbing.co.nz. If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Step into Shop on Carol and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. come visit the team at 553 Kaikoura Valley Road. Visit www.garradoors.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
Locally owned and operated Roslyn Mowers and Heating are warming up for winter with a range of Massport wood fires. For obligation-free installation quotes, sales, building consent assistance and after-sales service and parts. That's Roslyn Mowers and Heating. Too late to sow seeds? Don't despair, the solution is at hand. Call Ready Lawn today for your year-round lawn needs. Call now on 03 486 1819.
Hi, Lindsay here from Alex Campbell Menswear. We've got a deal for you. We've bought a huge bulk order from Lee Stretch Moleskin. So comfortable, nice stretchy fabric, and they're in 6 colours. And the deal, $20 off a pair, or if you buy 2 pair or more, $25 off a pair.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
This promotion finishes June 30th.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Being a big softie takes training. I've gone to great lengths to become even softer while still being strong and reliable. The new me is bigger and softer than ever.
Cotton Softs. Softness and strength you can trust.
Stay warm this winter with Alistair McCann's Wood and Coal door-to-door delivery. You don't have to lift a finger. Call Alistair to order today on 454 3592.
With over 230 events, the International Science Festival is taking over Dunedin from the 6th to the 15th of July. For more info, go to scifest.org.nz.
Welcome back. A Queenstown couple have been honoured by police for saving a jumpmaster's life following a tandem skydiving crash in Lake Wakatipu. The commendation also recognises the help given in the search for the tourist who disappeared as a result of the crash.
Appreciation of the effort you put into this.
Farmer Kate Rivy of Cecil Peak Station receiving a certificate of appreciation for the part she and her husband Philip played in a rescue back in January. Detective Sergeant Senior Malcolm Ingalls says the couple's quick response saved the life of one of the 2 skydivers who crashed into Lake Wakatipu on January the 15th.
Kate was at a boat immediately. They were on the lake within minutes of that call going out, and there was no doubting in my mind they saved the life of the jump master. If they hadn't got there and worked as quickly as they did, we would have had 2 bodies in the lake.
In the days that followed, the couple loaned the barge they use for their farm to help with the search for the body of the other skydiver, Tyler Nee.
We had the dive squad down here for about 10 days. They had that barge on the water for us from morning to dusk, meaning they couldn't do their own work. Phil had to pilot the barge every day. So the farming work went to the back burner really, and Kate was left to run the farm on her own for those 10 days.
The couple are being held up as a good example of Queenstown's community spirit.
Good people make a good community, and I think we're really lucky to have that here in Queenstown, because I saw the support around that whole thing with restaurants offering vouchers for the family, accommodation. That whole coming together was amazing, but the Rivers really brought that to the fore with the assistance they gave.
Tyler Nee's body was never found. While the search was underway, his family expressed thanks to the Rivies for their help with the search. Queenstown for the South Today.
It could be said some ways to jump on the marketing bandwagon are cheesier than others, and this one is, literally. The All Blacks are in town ahead of their clash with the French team this weekend, and the city decided to pit two delicacies against each other.
Which is better, the cheese roll or the crock? That was the question being asked of former All Blacks Case Mews and Tom Donnelly today, as the city gears up for the All Blacks test against the French this weekend. It was time to decide whether the southern sushi or the French crock was the tastier.
These ones won the prize as the best cheese roll in New Zealand, and I'd have to agree, they are fantastic.
Yep, very good cheese roll.
The cheese rolls are the product of award-winning cheese roll maker Joy Jones. She says there's no secret recipe, although there is one secret ingredient.
White bread, the usual, evaporated milk, Maggi soup, but yeah, just one wee extra thing I do there. I can't let out.
The All Blacks will be looking for their own secret ingredient this Saturday when they tackle the French. Mews is hoping the crowd at Forsyth Bar Stadium will be shown a better spectacle than last weekend's match at the Cake Tin.
Well, I just hope we can finish 80 minutes with 15 on both sides and have a bit of a contest. So let's see what the French actually have. I don't think we've actually seen what they've got.
But until then, he's happy to keep chowing down on the cheese rolls and let the All Blacks take care of business. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
After the break on The South Today, a crowd of Dunedinites get their balls in the air on World Juggling Day, and all manner of whāua on display at the annual Ashburton Fanciers Society Show.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
Locally owned and operated Roslyn Mowers and Heating are warming up for winter with a range of Massport wood fires for obligation-free installation quotes, sales, building consent assistance, and after-sales service and parts. That's Roslyn Mowers and Heating.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Too late to sow seeds? Don't despair, the solution is at hand. Call Ready Lawn today for your year-round lawn needs. Call now on 03 486 1819.
Step into Shop on Carrot and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life. Stay warm this winter with Alistair McCann's Wood and Coal door-to-door delivery. You don't have to lift a finger. Call Alistair to order today on 454 3592. Oakley's Bathroom Solutions is locally owned and operated and is a name that has become synonymous with bathroom excellence. Exclusive to Oakley South Island, Danish design Vola, the modern day tap, remains a desirable choice. For over 140 years, the team at Oakley's has provided the highest quality bathroom products and plumbing supplies. For intelligent advice and smart service, come talk to the team or visit oakleysPlumbing.co.nz.
Hi, Lindsay here from Alex Campbell Menswear. We've got a deal for you. We've bought a huge bulk order from Lee Stretch Moleskin. So comfortable, nice stretchy fabric, and they're in 6 colours. And the deal, $20 off a pair, or if you buy 2 pair or more, $25 off a pair.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
This promotion finishes June 30th.
With over 230 events, the International Science Festival is taking over Dunedin from the 6th to the 15th of July. For more info, go to scifest.org.nz.
Thanks for staying with us. Events marking World Juggling Day are likely to become an annual event after the sun shone on activities in Dunedin over the weekend. Dunedin Fire and Circus Club President Miguel Nietes was among the jugglers. He says he's pleased with the turnout at the event, held near the Band Rotunda at the Dunedin Botanic Garden. Nietes says World Juggling Day hasn't previously been celebrated in the city, but the success of Saturday's event bodes well for the future. He says juggling's quite meditative, appeals to all ages, and requires a delicate mix of muscle memory and thought. He says when you get into the zone, the world drops away. One of the country's biggest poultry shows has once again proved popular, with entries from as far as Nelson and the West Coast. All manners of chickens, ducks, bantams and pigeons were on display among hundreds of entries at the annual Ashburton Fanciers Society show.
More birds than you can wave a stick at. Poultry judge Brian Glassy, who featured in the film Pecking Order last year, gently manoeuvring the fowl to get a gauge on the bird's shape and appearance. The 126th annual show of the Ashburton Fanciers Society saw birds of all shapes and sizes on display at the Ashburton Sports Hall over the weekend. The exhibition of poultry, ducks, bantams and pigeons is one of the biggest in New Zealand, with around 800 entries this year. Judges and stewards gathered last week to begin the big job of judging, with most birds patiently awaiting their turn to be looked over by the judge's keen eye. Ashburton for the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. 4 Greymouth businesses are searching for new premises after fire ripped through the town's Indian restaurant and badly damaged a neighbouring office block. Highlanders co-captain Ben Smith is confident the All Blacks can put on a decent show against the French in his hometown this Saturday. And the Ministry of Civil Defence announced yesterday it would allocate $20,000 to Emergency Management Southland for a community project. And now a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Phil Somerville.
Yes,
what have you got for us tomorrow?
Well, Tuesday's Travel Page Day, and there's a big feature about Californian wine country. So it sounds nice, doesn't it? Especially this time of year in the south.
That's what I was just thinking. I'm thinking I'm planning my next holiday
right.
right now.
Nurses and possible industrial action. There'll be quite a bit about that, of course. We'll see where that goes. The transport agencies appealing to motorists about those bollards. People in Dunedin probably know around Queen's Gardens with the cycle lanes. There's those orange bollards to keep motorists out of them while motorists keep knocking them over, trucks and cars. One case, one had to be replaced within an hour, so that's expense and hassle and indicates that drivers turning left cutting corners slightly, easy to do but shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Down to Invercargill late this afternoon, there's a big announcement on a very big CBD upgrade, so we'll have coverage of that. And on the opinion page, Colin James, who we used to have regularly, and he decided, time's getting on and pulled back, but he still sends us the occasional article, which we welcome because he is such an authority. He's talking about free trade agreements and particularly with the European Union, what that might mean, how it's not quite as easy as it first appears, and there could be costs for us if that goes through. Sport front, we have interviewed Ben Smith, as you saw before, and what a difficult debrief they had after their mediocre performance on Saturday night. Sam Cane was also talking, and he was talking about the red card situation.
I was going to mention that red card. It seems everyone's talking about it.
Yes, it's sort of, the whole game went flat after that happened, didn't it? And the All Blacks in particular went flat. We've also interviewed Lima Sopoaga on his last few games for the Highlanders, so let's hope that goes well and we see him out well and he sees us out well before he heads off overseas.
He'll be a sad loss, actually.
Yeah, big loss, huge loss. On the sport front, Courtney Duncan from Palmerston, building up a big lead in the World Motocross Series she's involved in. That's always very impressive. And
so that's the World League, isn't it?
Yes, it's yes.
What an amazing effort.
Yeah, she is a sports star from the south that sometimes slips a bit under vision. We don't always, we do regularly report on her successes, and they are regular, but it doesn't do any harm just to remind ourselves that those people are there and really doing us proud.
I mean, like worldwide, it's fantastic.
Thought I'd mention we don't always the editorial. It's canvassing the Queenstown gondola idea, the idea that not just for tourists but also for commuters, in a way to take the pressure off that Frankton Road, and it's a long way off of it if it happens, but it's an interesting idea, and Queenstown's the sort of place where they've got to pursue imaginative, interesting ideas. That geography forces them to do it, along with, of course, its massive popularity.
I was going to say, what is it? Necessity's the mother of all invention.
Indeed.
Lovely, thanks, Phil. And you can catch all of that in tomorrow's ODT. And now it's time for a look at tomorrow's weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Molnap.
Today's southern view is of Dunedin's Queen's Gardens. Looking at the situation, a cold southerly airflow will ease over the next few days as an anticyclone approaches from the Tasman Sea. We should expect some cold nights and heavy frost later in the week. Looking at what's in store for the towns down south, Catlins, Balclutha, Lumsden and Gore can all expect some cloud and moderate southerlies. You're all looking at a high of 7 degrees. Looking further westwards to the Central Lakes area, Wanaka and Queenstown will have light winds, but will be mostly fine with a high of 4. Alexandra and Tiana will also have light winds with a high of 6. Looking at the northern towns, Timaru and Oamaru can expect mild southerlies with a bit of cloud, and you're looking at a high of 8. Further inland, Twizel and Amarama will be mostly fine with light winds and a high of 5. In Dunedin, there will be showers tonight with cold southerly winds and a low of 6. Tomorrow will be dry with cloud breaking during the morning, but closing in during the afternoon. You can expect some showers later on in the night with a high of 8 and an overnight low of 5. And it's cloudy and cold on Wednesday with light winds, but once again you'll have a high of 8 and an overnight low of 5. And in Invercargill, the sky will clear tonight with a high of 6. Tomorrow and Wednesday are fine with sunny periods and some cloud. You're looking at a high of 8 and 5 on both days. And that's our news for this Monday. For the latest news from the Southern region, you can follow us on Facebook, YouTube and at channel39.co.nz. I hope you have a great evening, take care and stay warm. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.